Hello, this is Tea and Toast. I'm Jason.
I'm the man. I'm the machine.
He's Greg. On this episode, it's part 2 of Comic-Con Scotland for the love of the 80s.
He's sat next to Bret Hart. And just next to Bret Hart, he goes, right mate, and it's Incredible Hulk. Before we carry on, Jason, can I just add something? We're not tramps.
We're wearing the same clothes.
As the last episode.
Because it's the same day for us.
But we doubled up, you see.
Because there's quite a lot to include.
And we're so excited. We just wanted to get it out there. The footage and everything.
If you haven't seen part 1 of Comic-Con Scotland for the love of the 80s, go and watch it. But you can watch this one first if you like. You don't have to watch them in order. It's not like a TV series.
You can do what you want.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him.
You've got the power.
Alright, snap.
But a quick recap. We met Rex. Rex! Street Hawk, the man, the machine, who we absolutely cannot begin to tell you how emotional that was for us.
Fantastic. What a guy. What a guy.
I'm Rex Smith. And you're watching Tea and Toast. Right on.
We also managed to catch up with Zach Galligan.
The man from the Gremlins.
Very nice man. Very, very nice man. Thanks for talking to us, Zach. And this is what Zach had to say.
When I tried out for it, all I knew was that it was called Gremlins. They wouldn't let me see the script until I got the part. So I just signed to do a movie called Gremlins without knowing anything about it, except the scene, that my audition scene, which was me asking Phoebe out for a date, but that could be in anything. So really, when I signed up for it, I figured it was something having to do with Gremlins, which, by the way, at the time was not really a well-known word in the lexicon. The movie really turned it into creatures that destroy mechanical things. The movie popularized that idea. That was kind of an obscure idea left over from like Bugs Bunny cartoons in the 40s about them gremlins destroying airplanes. Maybe people who watched The Twilight Zone knew it, but it was more of a culty reference. So I figured it had something to do with Gremlins because I was a Twilight Zone fan and I loved the William Shatner episode of the Gremlin on the Wing. So I read it and that's when I found out everything. But I found it all out after I booked the movie, which is people always are surprised about. I would say it was organized chaos. You got to realize the technology that we used was essentially being invented as we were doing it. So it was all like, here goes, we'll see if this works, or we'll try that and see if that works. So there was a lot of trial and error. Obviously a lot of things didn't work. Clearly a lot of things did. So the ones that did pretty much made it into the film, and the stuff that didn't, pretty much made it into the blooper reel. Dante was there the whole time. He was very composed, and it's really his movie. Spielberg had some key things in it, like he cast Phoebe and I, he shaped the script, he had certain editorial suggestions, although Dante had final cut. So he definitely made it have a Spielberg-y feel, obviously, but it's really Joe Dante's movie. But just Spielberg was there probably the last 3 or 4 weeks. He was busy shooting Temple of Doom at the time. Well, I'm a one guy all the way. I love the mix of horror and comedy. I think it's rarely been equaled. Maybe American Werewolf in London. That's one that does a really good job. But it's a very, very difficult thing to balance that black humor and the comedy and the violence and the scares too. That's why I think the movie kind of still works, is because it did that tonal balance and the tonal shift really well.
I couldn't walk away from Zach without asking him the question, Greg.
What question?
The one that gets talked about on the internet all the time.
Will there be a 3?
No. Is it a Christmas film. And he knew what I was going to say before I'd even finished the question, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And once and for all, I mean, you can't get much more definitive than this, can you? From the star of the film, here's what he had to say about its Christmas film status.
It is a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie now. It's become one. You know, the same way Die Hard has become a Christmas movie now. So it doesn't really matter what it was intended to be, because whatever it was intended to be, the people take it, the culture takes it and shifts it and turns it into what it actually is.
There was also another hall separate to this, full of people selling things, wasn't there, Greg?
Yeah, well, I only lost my house, didn't I?
Yeah. I did. I'll do a quick walkthrough for you. Shall I do that? Like us walk through it in fast forward so they can see what was in there.
It'll be quite long, won't it?
I think you'll find the quote is, roads where we're going, we don't need roads.
No, we don't need roads where we're going.
That was the Yorkshire version of Back to the Future t-shirt.
That was one of our favourite. I mean, we had to keep going around 2 or 3 times just to double check that we read that right. We don't need roads where we're going.
But apart from that, there were some phenomenal t-shirts there. Some imported t-shirts were a little bit more expensive, but there were some really good ones. And there was some great stuff there. All of these things really support what's going on in the main hall, and there was lots of people in there buying stuff, and it was great.
Hi, I'm Ray Parker Jr., and you're watching Tea and Toast.
We also managed to get a quick word, and this is going to be difficult for us, Greg, with Ray Parker Jr., who sang
Ghostbusters! Why didn't we get him to say that?
I don't think he would have. This is what Ray had to say to us when we spoke about the song with him.
What song? Ghostbusters!
The song was written in about 48 hours.
Right.
A little, maybe a hair more than 48 hours, but not much more than that. There was no more time. They were like, if you want to do this, you only got until like Monday afternoon or something. You know. Wow. So it was happening pretty quick. And I guess they came to a lot of other people, but no one had written a song where they had the words Ghostbusters in the song. And the director distinctively wanted that word, which is darn near impossible to sing, in the song. So I had to figure out a way to put that word in the song. But that was the hardest part of the event, is to put that word in the song. They keep making new Ghostbusters movies, but they don't want to play the old song. What's up with that? Just play the song already.
That's what we say.
They keep making different. Everybody says that to me, and they're like, "Well, why are they doing that?" I was like, "It's not me, guys. That got nothing to do with it." You know. But every time they test it, all the commercials or cartoons, everybody uses the original song. And you would think that when you go to the theater, that they would go, "Who you gonna call them?" The crowd would cheer and that whole thing, and everybody just sits there waiting on the song to play. It doesn't play. That song makes it. People ask me, "What's my favorite song?" That's my favorite song. It just makes everybody happy. I don't care where I go. I don't even care what age they are. Anybody who says he did what, first thing they go, they're happy, they're smiling. You know, so it's just a happy event.
There's a couple more videos, Greg. I was going to say to show you, but you've seen them. You were there.
I was there. Crying.
We caught up with Sam Jones, aka Flash Gordon, and we asked him what it was like to work with our very own national treasure, Brian Blessed.
Gordon's alive!
That's the one. Here's what he had to say about that.
Brian Blessed, let me think. Who is he again? No, are you kidding me? He is the man. Brian's the man. I mean, we did our last Q&A, I think it was 2 years ago, and he has such a wonderful way of taking over the room. So it was Melody Anderson, myself, and Brian on stage. We each had a microphone, and as it started, we all said hello, and they asked Brian one question. He moved from the stage down to the audience, and he proceeded to go into a 15-minute speech, and every now and then he would look back and he would say, "Look at Sam, look at Melody. Aren't they beautiful? Now, back to me." And you don't take offense, because it's such a gift that he has. And he just constantly makes you laugh. And he's wonderful. I hope to see him soon. Yeah.
I've always been interested in people who play these really iconic characters like Flash Gordon, if they have ever if they ever have trouble sort of shaking that character off and moving on to other things. So I asked Sam about that, and this is what he had to say.
But I will never shake Flash off because it's in my being. It's part of me. It's my character. You got to remember, I was in the military, a Marine before I was an actor. I still consider myself a Marine, but it's uncanny. It really is uncanny, the similarities between Flash Gordon and me, Sam J. Jones. There's really not a big difference. And I'm that way today, and we're here now. I call it a triple blessing. The first blessing in the business is getting hired for a project. The second blessing is if it does well. And the third blessing is what we're doing right now, longevity. That's why we're here. 40 years.
So,
It's been a while. So,
we've saved the Hoff for last, Greg. Because this was a bit of a big thing for you, wasn't it?
yeah. But do you know what the problem was, Jason?
What?
After seeing Street Hawk, anything's going to be more difficult. Do you know what I mean? He was that good, Street Hawk, with a bike there. Rex was there. It was just awesome.
This is what happened when Greg met the Hoff.
Hello, Greg. How are you, mate? Good.
You sound like such a Londoner when you say people's names. Yeah.
He said that Lou Ferrigno sent her over because he freaked him out.
And this is the interview we managed to get with the Hoff.
We've all got time for a cup of tea now, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'm David Hasselhoff. Don't haggis the Hoff and don't hassle the Hoff. You're watching Tea and Toast.
I mean, it's not very long, but it's good.
I mean, anything to do with David. It was just...
To be fair, he had a queue of 1,000 people all day, didn't he, Greg?
He did, yeah. He was... I think we was very fortunate with Rex, Street Hawk, because...
He took the time out from his table.
He did as well, and we got there quite early, didn't we, with
yeah,
Rex?
it wasn't quite as busy. So we are very thankful to David, the Hoff, for doing that for us.
And his wife was lovely as well. She was very... she was interested in tea and toast and everything, wasn't she?
Because I don't think there's many people that would have got a clip like that from him on the day.
This is where we get loads of sent in now.
Yeah, we got this full interview.
In fact, he's popped round to ours since.
But we're really grateful for that clip, and we will be using it over and over and over again.
But more so, unfortunately to say, David, we will be using Rex's more.
Mm-hmm. But we had a ball, didn't we, Greg, at the Comic-Con?
Yeah, because after that we went back out again, didn't we, around Edinburgh? Oh, you watched what?
We went straight back to the hotel, rested up for our long journey home.
Long journey home.
The following day.
Without a hangover at all. And £700 down from the casino. Oh, was that coming out? Sometimes I don't realise I'm saying these things, Jason. Would you like this here?
You can have that, yeah.
It's just another added thing, isn't it? You never know. Rex might want to get in touch.
Rex! If you want to send us a message, we're still waiting. TNT at... I've done it again. tnut@topgoo.com. TNT at topgoo.com. Send us a message. We'd love to hear from you.
Look what Rex has done to us.
It's turned us into Gibbering Rex. Gibbering Rex. Rex! We hope you've enjoyed this special midweek part 2 of Comic-Con special.
It was a very special one.
It was very special. We had a great time. We're looking forward to the next one. We hope you've enjoyed the footage and sharing our little Scottish adventure. Once again, big thank you to Steve Fawcett, to Andy Cleek, who is the organiser, Monopoly Events, brilliant.
Rex.
What a great event. Please support Comic-Cons if you can. That's it really, isn't it, Greg?
And support Rex.
Street Hawk all the way.